Okay, looks like we're gone live already, and here we are. Let me just see if I can find the chat for this whole thing. And I guess I click on this here, and then I can see the chat, if there's a chat to be had. And we'll just do the pop-up chat. There we go. Let's see if anybody's watching. There's one watching now. That might be me. And okay, I got the pop-up chat happening, and I'm live as far as I can tell. And if anyone's joining in, great. There's Sriracha Ace saying hi, Quig. Hi, Ace. I've had a few drams. I've got one going right now. This is the there's Pressman. Okay, Pressman is with us too. We got 4 people watching already. This is progressing beautifully. Got an Elijah Craig small batch going on here. I'm going to pour the 12-year-old after this one, just because I want to keep the bottles at the same level as they go down, because I'm going to revisit them as they're near the end. Sipping on a Knob Creek Rye. Excellent. I had a Knob Creek Rye a couple of years ago. It was quite nice. So far today I've had, let's see, Hedonism, Last Mountain from Saskatchewan, followed by a Lagavulin 8. And after the Lagavulin 8, I guess I'm on this one here. I may have missed one somewhere. And Sriracha will join me for a dram in an hour and a half. I don't know if I'll still be on in an hour and a half. I want to call this one a short one because I'm behind on videos. I just watched, the Scotch Test Dummies were on a couple hours ago. And when they went live, I was still watching their peated, Will America Be Peated Again finale, or the ending of their whole, the final round, the whole thing where they advanced a Lagavulin 12-year-old 2017 edition. And what was the other one? Dark Cove committee release or something like that. I've never had a Dark Cove, and I've never had the Lagavulin 12, but I do have a bottle here. However, it is the 2015 edition. That's the only one I could get. The 27, who knows? But what I have here is a package from Sneerson, and I saw Sneerson, or Whiskey Sneerson, on Roy Aquavite's channel, on his chat from his direct live broadcast. Yeah, Ardbeg Dark Cove, that's the one. But the one that they put forward was the committee release, which I hear is not available anywhere anymore. I've never seen Dark Cove here. Never. Very often we get Ardbeg editions like a year or so after they came out, and I had to do some pretty heavy hunting just to find a bottle of Kelpie, which I will be making a video of in the near future. It should be on. It should go on. It should be up on YouTube sometime in July or August. I must admit that I've got a month's worth of videos already uploaded to YouTube that I haven't, that is scheduled to go up. I made the videos, but they haven't shown up yet. You had the Basil Hayden Dark Rye. Almost bought it, but went with Weller 105, says Pressman. Basil Hayden, the only Basil Hayden I've ever seen around here is their bourbon at 80 proof. I've never seen a Basil Hayden rye around here. At times I think our selection is really great, but at other times when I see what other people are getting, our selection here is pretty poor, especially for American whiskeys. There are American whiskeys available, yes. There are a few, and a lot of them cost a lot. They cost a hell of a lot more than they do in the States. I'm waiting for Whiskey Sneerson to come on so that I can open this package. If he doesn't come on in a hurry, well, I'll just open the package anyway, and he can look at it, the video later on. So far now we've got 9 people watching, which is, all right. It's pretty good considering that I don't do any advance advertising or notifications that I'm going to be live. I just come on when I figured Roy was done, so I'll come on. Well, without any further ado, I think I'm going to go for it. This is a package from Sneerson, or Whiskey Sneerson, from Saskatoon. And it's got a lot of tape on it and a lot of adhesive stuff. I'm thinking that there's a box involved inside, a box of whiskey. Let's see now. I've got a pair of scissors. They're not, it always happens that whatever I have in terms of cutting things, they're always short. Good evening, says Hoagie Bear. Just a quick hello before I go to bed. Yes, great. Thanks for joining us, Hoagie. It's good to have you with us. And we're going to do a little incision here. And it's no wonder I never became a surgeon. Okay. Okay. And we got put the whiskey and the water away because I don't want to spill anything when I attack this. Okay. Inside out Christmas paper. Okay. Looks like he made sure that this would be protected because there is a box within the package. Oh. Interesting. What is this? This was sent from Sneerson, but it was sent to somebody else first. Huh. What the hell? From the Ukraine. Oh, now you got me going. Hell. A package from the Ukraine within a package from Saskatoon. This is going to be interesting. Is it some kind of a Ukrainian whiskey? This will be. Come on. Okay, I got the top open. There's some foam, and there is a bottle. Oh, what the? Danfield's Private Reserve. Good gosh. That's the 10-year-old Danfield. What's in here? Some more. Okay, this box is it's just a box from the Ukraine. It doesn't mean that the contents are from the Ukraine. Or maybe it was. I don't know. 110917. Ha. Wow. Danfields. This is like the, wow, here it is. Danfields. Ah, cool. This is the, wow. This is very kind of you to send me this. Danfields is like the black velvet, but it's a 10-year-old black velvet. It's super stuff. And I just finished the samples I had. There's even a little booklet here about it that comes on the neck. Danfields Private Reserve. Born to be the best. Wow. Better blending. Wow. Small is beautiful. Probably small casks. Final sparkle. Oh man, this is just beautiful. I've never seen this here. It's 40% alcohol by volume, 750 mils. The sample that you sent me didn't taste like a 40%. It tasted like a lot more than that. Wow, that's going to be fun. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you. This was a beautiful surprise. Thank you once again, Sneerson. Beautiful. What else is going? I missed the chat. Okay. Hello, Quig. Yeah, hi, Sneerson. Your timing was just excellent on this one. I knew that you'd show up just when I'm opening the thing. And everyone's saying hello here. I think they put actual sherry or port into dark rye. Kind of weird. Oh, okay. So we're talking about the Basil Hayden. Yeah, the only Basil Hayden I can get is the one I talked about before, just the regular Kentucky bourbon. Always have a hard time picking what to open next. Yeah, me too. Me too, Pressman. So what I do is I have here a bunch of bills of sale of all the whiskeys that I've bought but not opened yet. And so what I do is I take the ones on the top. So that which I've had the longest is what gets opened the soonest. But that's just that's my way of taking the difficulty out of it. But when you get samples like this, well, or bottles like this from someone else, I tend to open these sooner than in the order when I got them. You may notice in the upcoming videos that the videos that have been recorded already, but they haven't been on YouTube yet. I do a whole bunch of these bottles sent to me by different people and samples as well. Samples. Let's see, where are we? Yeah. How's it going, Sriracha? Yeah. Try not to have too many open bottles. Yeah, I know. But I kind of like to have about 80 or 90 kicking around. And Sriracha saying, hi, Sneerson. Thinquig is opening your package. Yes. Okay. Peter White says, I still have an unopened bottle of Danfields 21. Wow. And there's the 10. I imagine they don't make this anymore, do they? It's hard to get a hold of. And Sneerson says to Peter White, you're lucky. Found it on a return for 45 at the LCBO. Wow, good. Peter White says that's a unicorn one for the 21. Even this is a unicorn for me. I've never seen it anywhere. Wow. Afternoon, Quig and everyone. Yeah, afternoon, Jay Fretless. Good to have you with us. And, well, we got 10 people on here, which is good for my little channel. Pressman says, hey, Peter White, just bought the E.H. Taylor rye. Always hear you talking about it. $65, gonna crack it soon. Sneerson says, hey, Jay Fretless. Wow. This is a fun little evening. And Mel Sawyers. Hello, all. Hello, Mel. Well, here we go. Peter White saying to Sriracha, they copied Alberta Premium Dark Horse, which is Canadian rye mixed with Old Grandad and sherry. So I think he's talking about, I think Peter's talking about the Basil Hayden. Is that it? You know, I have some Alberta Premium Dark Horse. And what I like about it is it's bottled at 45%. But you know what? I actually prefer the flavor of the Alberta Premium, just the regular Alberta Premium, the 40% alcohol by volume, to Dark Horse. And I'm surprised that Alberta Premium doesn't bottle a straight up 100% rye without any additives, without any other stuff in there at 45%. No, you have to buy Masterson to get that. And Masterson is like double the price of what it would be if it was bottled in Canada. Just saying. I like Masterson a lot, and it's just right. But I don't get the Dark Horse. I think the Dark Horse is aimed primarily at people who are coming to whiskey from somewhere else, from wine or brandy or something like that. Because the Dark Horse is nice, don't get me wrong, but it's not my favorite. I would prefer just straight up 100% rye and none of the Old Grandad and sherry in there. Jay Fretless says, hey to Whiskey Sneerson. And Mel Sawyers, I think I saw Mel Sawyers saying hi already. Peter White says that Pressman, excellent rye, one unopened bottled and now hard to replace in Canada. Which would that be? The Dark Horse? E.H. Taylor rye. No, I've never seen that. The only E.H. Taylor was the bottled in bond bourbon that I found at the annual BC Premium Spirits release November the 4th. Yeah. Sipping on a tall smoky black at the in-laws, BBQing some chicken legs. Wow, nice. I just got me some small batch Elijah Craig right now, and I'm going to have a 12 after that. The 12 is okay. Or the small batch is okay, but the 12 just blows it out of the water. Who was it that tried the 12? And I think it was Vin PF from No Nonsense Whiskey who opened up his 12-year-old Elijah Craig, who's asking people's opinions about, what do we think about the losing the 12-year age statement. And I have to say that I've tried the two side by side, the small batch and the 12-year-old, and the 12-year-old was just richer. 3 or 4 years in the wood can make a big difference, I think. Okay. Bottle of Peat Monster is going down slow. I'm new to peated whiskey. Very good. Okay. Peat Monster is like the tip of the iceberg. Peat Monster is nice. And Peter White says, Quig, they also supplied the Whistle Pig 10 and a few cast strength 100% rye for the U.S. markets. Yeah. Oh, Welsh Toro is in. Very good. Nice to have you with us. We got to talk some more about that trip because I'm already, thinking of. Oh, excuse me. I'm supposed to wake up at this time. See, I got my my alarm clock set to wake me up at 4 p.m., which it's doing. But on the weekend, I still leave it on so I don't forget to turn it on. You know what I mean, I think. Peter White's having an Elijah Craig small batch as well. First time I had this. Not bad at all. No, it's good. It's good. But if you have it side by side with the 12, it's not the same. And Sriracha Ace is saying, E.H. Taylor rye opened up well. I like it after a little time. Yeah, well, that's true for a lot of whiskeys. I had one, what was it? That was nothing special recently. And I mean, really nothing special. I'm going, well, I spent $120 on this? Or was it more, $150 or something? And I'm going, oh man, what a waste. But after a couple of weeks, and I even did a video about that one. I'm trying to remember which one it was. I know one that opened up with water a lot was it was a Balblair, a 10-year-old Balblair, which was nothing special until I added water and it just blossomed. It just came out. It just went wonderful and amazing. And I would recommend adding water to that one every time. And you know how some whiskeys are better when you add water and some are not. And here it says, some say getting rid of the EC12 made more bottles of EC barrel proof available. Yeah, they're using their 12-year-old stock, and instead of watering it down to make the Elijah Craig 12, they are taking those barrels of 12-year-old stock and just bottling it straight up without adding any water. And so instead of it being 47%, it's what, 62% or whatever. Yeah, that makes the ECBP bottle of Wow, the Elijah Craig barrel proof, more available. Exactly. And Whiskey Sneerson saying hi to Welsh. And Peter White says, my last two EC12s will remain unopened for a while. Have a couple of ECBPs, so I am covered. Yeah, you're covered all right. I can't get ECBP around here, but I do have two full ones collecting dust. And I have another one that's half down right here. And this is what I'm going to be pouring next. Yeah. Let that can wait a little while. Okay. The Pressman never had the 12. Have a nice small batch store pick and a couple C917s. I don't know what a C917 is, but, and you know, store pick is something that we don't get here in Canada. I've never seen a store pick. We just get the product. This store pick thing is a new thing. And another thing is that anything cask strength, especially when it comes to American whiskey, is hard to get here. I think Booker's is the only one that you can reliably get a cask strength bourbon here. And Ace says that he doesn't like the E.H. Taylor small batch. And Toro saying to Sneerson, hi dude, C917 is ECBP batch number. Okay. The third batch from 2017. So C9 would be the 3rd September, I think, something like that. Ace, okay, Peter White says to Ace, finally made a trade for EHT E.H. Taylor barrel proof. Okay. Looking forward to getting it. You guys and your barrel proofs and store picks. This kind of thing doesn't happen around here. Okay. Just didn't do it for me. Too much bitter. Haven't had the barrel proof. You know what? What's interesting is that our palates are not the same. You know, I can see some, I think I saw comments on the Scotch Test Dummies recent peated thing, or was it the chat in their live from today, where they were on with VinPF and how different people's palates are different, and everyone's different. So, you know, there's something that I might enjoy a lot and somebody else might just can't stand it. And it's the same thing. Okay. That's true, Welsh. He's saying Americans always refer to Elijah Craig with the batch. Nobody else has any idea. We only recognize the ABV. Yeah. And Peter White saying, Quig, I'm from Ontario. Does not happen here either. Use Bottle Spot to make some trades. Bottle Spot. Okay. I don't make trades usually. I'm too intent on trying what I've bought to trade it. And it's rare that I buy more than one bottle of something unless I really like it a lot. So I pick up bottles like this weekend. I got a Kilkerran 12-year-old. And I also got a Glen Scotia 12-year-old. And I got a Kilchoman Loch Gorm, which I saw for the first time during the week. And I thought, I got to get this now, because if I don't get this now, I won't find it again. There are so many whiskey stores or liquor stores around this area, around Victoria. So many. But, you know, one store will have one particular item, which nobody else will have. And another store will have another particular item that nobody else will have. And instead of being able to go to one store and get what you want, a one-stop shop, no, you have to go to different stores and look around and find what is there. So it's always a quest, you know, you have to go to different stores to get what you want, or get the things, you know, people make videos and reviews of whiskey all over the place. And I'm going, well, I've never seen this. I've never seen that. I've never seen that. I've never seen that. Just the Scotch Test Dummies Make America Peated Again grand finale, or the last one, the one where they took the best from the best and they, you know, narrowed it down. I realized that I had only had one whiskey from the whole selection of from all of them. And that was the Corey Vrecken, the Ardbeg Corey Vrecken. And I'd had the Ardbeg Corey Vrecken 3 or 4 years ago. Yeah, 4 years ago. Pressman saying, Whiskey in the Six just did a Blanton straight from the barrel review. I want that. Don't sell it in the US. I know, it's terrible. Whiskey in the Six. Rob is one of these guys who has connections all over the place, and he's able to trade with a lot of people. I don't branch out that far. I just buy stuff and I try it, and I have a few people sending me bottles and samples, and I send out some samples sometimes. And yeah, I had Blanton's once. It was nice, but I think it was early enough in my whiskey journey that I didn't appreciate barrel proof. And my phone just went ping. I don't know why. I'm going to have to take a look at that in a moment. Sneerson saying to Peter White, maybe we can make a deal on that 21 Danfield. And Toro saying to Pressman, it's available in Europe and travel retail only. Ah, okay. Okay. And that was the Blanton straight from the barrel. Wow. Talk about travel retail. I was able to get a travel retail exclusive in a store near me. It was the Port Charlotte 12. That's a travel retail exclusive. And it even says on the can, travel retail exclusive. But I found it at a store locally. And when I got down there to pay for it, like I grabbed it off the shelf as soon as I saw it. There was only one. And I got down there and he says, well, thanks for calling. We put this aside for you. And I say, well, I appreciate that you had it. And I think somebody else called for that bottle to come and get it. But I grabbed it before he got there. So the clerk at the counter thought that I was the guy who had called, which is just brilliant. Peter White saying, oh, they're open for a trade. David N says, hi, did I miss the unboxing? Well, yes, but here's the inside out Christmas wrapping that was it. And here is the box from the Ukraine. And here is the Danfield's 10. Made in Alberta by the same people who make Golden Wedding and Black Velvet. And yeah, I get to have a whole bottle of this. I tried the sample, which I thought was spectacular. And I do have the video is up. It's about Danfield's. And it was a spectacular sample. I loved it. I think I still have the sample bottle in which it came. This is one of them. There were 4. Now it smells like dried out whiskey in plastic, but that's okay. I got the real thing now. Okay. And Pressman says to Welsh Toro, missed the boat on Masters of Malt. Here they don't ship to the U.S. anymore. Oh, bummer. It's a disaster, if true. Well, Masters of Malt didn't ship to Canada either. I wanted to buy something from them at one time, and I clicked on it, and it says, sorry, we do not ship to Canada because of our ridiculous draconian customs and excise laws and things like that. And there's my bourbon journey. My bourbon journey. Hey, Scott, saying, hey, Quig. Nice to have you with us there, Scott. We got 14 people watching. This is good. Pressman says, wanted to grab a bottle of Duke bourbon for the bottle. Heard the bourbon isn't that good. Think you did a review, Quig? Yes, I did. The bourbon's okay. But for the price, it's not worth the price. I think locally it's something like $90 the bottle. And it's got, you know, the John Wayne silhouette on the bottle. I did that one 2 or 3 years ago. A couple of years ago anyway. And no, the bourbon's okay. And Traney and C really bashed it. They basically said that it's you know, wild turkey for 4 times the price. I guess it's made by the people at Wild Turkey, but at least locally here, it's like $98 where you can get a bottle of Wild Turkey 81 for what? $35 maybe. I can get the Wild Turkey 101 for not much more than that. Let's see. Yeah, I did a review. Bourbon Journey says to Pressman, hey, what's up? And everybody's greeting everybody. And what is the price? And Toro says, my Bourbon Journey. Hi, my friend. Okay. Sneerson, Whiskey Sneerson says, I probably do not have anything worthy of a trade, Peter. While, laughing out loud, I do have cash money. Email at Sneerson at Hotmail or M Sneerson as is on Snups if you want to see some of my collection. Oh, okay. He's on Snups too. Okay. Bourbon Journey says, holy crap, that's a bit pricey. Yeah. I agree with Trenny and C that it at least locally it's freaking expensive. And we get blasted. I mean, this here, the Elijah Craig 12, I don't know what you paid in this different parts of the States, what, $25, $30. Here it was like 65 the last time I got a bottle. Yeah, everything's expensive here. And Pressman says 35 US for the Duke. Yeah, okay, I believe that. And Bourbon Journey is asking, what is Snups? Well, I guess you haven't been watching Rob Whiskey in the Six. He was their spokesman for a while, but for some reason, he's not their spokesman anymore. Snups, from what I gather, is like an online application. It's an application for your phone whereby you can take pictures of your bottles that you have and you can make a virtual whiskey shelf of the pictures of bottles that you have, and you can show your collection to other people who are interested. I hope I said that right. And Welsh is saying, I like Trenny and C's opinion on that. A lot of overpriced bourbon right now. Yeah, I hear you guys in the UK have overpriced bourbon just like we do. Bourbon Journey's asking, Quig, can you still get the EC12? I could probably find a bottle here and there. I've got two full ones right there, and I've got this half one here, so that's going to last me a while. I can still maybe scrounge some up depending on what store I go to. The last time I bought one was maybe 6 months ago. And very cool. I'll have to take a look. Okay, Bourbon Journey wants to check out Snups. Okay. Toro says, my Bourbon Journey, it's still available in the UK. And Rabbit in Red says, hey there, Quigmeister. Hey there, Hassan Pfeffermeister. And Pressman says, I think they changed Duke Spirits. They have a new website and bottle design. Think they wanted to change the bad reviews. Oh, okay. So change the packaging and keep the same old juice. Hey, why not? Welsh Toro. Okay, Bourbon Journey, sing to Welsh Toro. That's awesome. Love the EC Big Red 12. Yeah, I'm about to pour me one real soon here. Oh, you know what? I'm out of water too. I'll be right back. Won't be long. Just gotta get some more water. Maybe piss. I don't know. Okay, got a fresh glass of water. I can go another dram. Now look at all this wrapping paper here. All right. All right. Okay. Okay, Whiskey Sneerson saying, I like the snups to keep track of my purchases and BS with fellow whiskey and cigar hounds. All right. Yeah, I kind of do that on YouTube. And, every so often, once or twice a year, I'll come along and make a video about what's on my bar or what's under my bar. I did one of those recently. So a lot of the bottles that I'll be trying in the next 8 or 9 months, you've already seen them if you've checked out the last couple of home bar updates or under my home bar. Ah, nice. That was a generous pour, wasn't it? Gosh, I don't know my own strength. Hell, you only live once. If I get struck dead tonight, I will have had my enjoyment. Raymaster 7482. Thanks for joining us. What are you drinking, Quig? Yes? The Elijah Craig 12. And hopefully new juice. We're talking about Duke, yeah. Hopefully it's a new juice. No, the same juice was fine, but it was just priced too high. Taking a Quig, it's a Quig. Rabbit in red, message deleted. Let's see what the message says. Well, it doesn't say. Okay. Everybody needs to take a Quig sooner or later. Yeah, that's right. I usually take them sooner so that it works. There he goes again, dropping the Quiglets off at the pool. You made me laugh, Rabbit in red. Thank you very much. And Bourbon Journey says, are those all your bottles in the background? Those are empty. Bourbon Journey, those are empty, Scott. Those are all empties. Those are tins and boxes of whiskeys that I have opened already. There's still some tins and boxes that are not open yet. And that's going back about 3 years. Yeah, that's going back about 3 years. Since I moved in here, I started. You should see the videos from almost 3 years ago. There's like 2 or 3 cans on the floor back there. And then I started making little columns, and then I started putting them together, and now they just lean against the wall. And those are the empty tins and cans and boxes that used to contain whiskey. Of course, I get some bottles like this Danfield's that doesn't have any box or can, or even this Elijah Craig didn't have a box or a can. So only the boxes and cans go back there. I got a few more, but yeah, my goal is to eventually cover the rest of the wall to the other end. It'll get there. Okay. And Whiskey Sneerson says, hi, Rabbit in Red. Okay. Rabbit in Red says, howdy, it's Sneerson. Been a while, but glad to be back on with the Quig crew. Okay. And Santa Cruzan is here saying, hello, gentlemen. Hello. Hello, Santa Cruzan. Good to have you with us. And let me get lost here and forget what's going on. Okay. And awesome pour. Yeah. Oh. Right away. it may not be so apparent on the nose, but there is a richness on the palate here. I'm even getting fruitiness. I'm getting quite a bit of cherry and a little bit of banana. Just a little bit, but cherry. And you don't get so much of it on the nose, but when that cherry hits you on the palate, and for the small batch, the non-age statement small batch, it's just not there. You get caramel and you get vanilla, yeah, but superb. Yeah, Pressman saying nothing better than a full glass. Okay. Rabbit in Red says he's been traveling a lot for the past month, but back home now. And Santa Cruz and Bourbon Journey saying hi to Santa Cruz. Okay. Nathan Radman, good to have you with us too. That's what I always say when I get a new bottle. Have to open it tonight and try it in case I die in sleep tonight. Unfortunately, what I do is I buy more than I can possibly drink. And I keep receiving generous samples like this one, or generous bottles like this one. So I have a lot of bottles that are full and a lot of bottles that are open, a few bottles that are almost empty, actually. All this noise is the camping box. It's not quite full yet. I'm going camping in a month. And what I got for camping is some Canadian Rockies 21, some Bushmills 10, some Potters Canadian whiskey. These are mostly bottle heels, Got some Kalila 17. And some Black Bush Bushmills. Some Rebel Yell. That's another one that Trenny and C like to slam. The Alberta Premium Dark Horse, which we talked about earlier. I got a 10-year-old Laphroaig. Got some Distiller's Edition Oban. I got to get some more Oban. That stuff is great. 10-year-old Highland Park. Ardmore. Really not my favorite dram. Ardmore Legacy. Don't bother. Laphroaig 18, there's just a little bit of that left. That's good stuff. I have some Paul John Bold. There's a little bit of Paul John Bold left in there. And my favorite standby blended whiskey green label from Johnny Walker. Of course, there will be others. I got room for another 6 or 7 bottles in this box. That's my camping box so far. And I'll be camping a month from now. And I'll be missing the 12 hours of boom from the Scotch Test Dummies because it so happens that I booked my trip or my camping site before they announced when their thing was going to be. So my camping site is locked in. And so, yeah, I got some bottles that are on the way out, some bottles that are not open yet, some bottles that are in various states of consumption. Consumption would be the word. Yeah, like this one. And there we go. And let's see. Rabbit in Red, Pressman in Santa Cruz and saying hello. Haven't bought a new bottle in 2 months. I really need to go shopping, says Rabbit in Red. Yes, you do. Bourbon Journey says nice collection. Yeah. And there's H. Hemphill saying hello to Foodquig. Yeah, hi, Hemphill. Good to have you with us. The great wall of Quig. And Pressman says, I need to stop shopping. Yeah, I'm somewhere in the same boat. I keep telling myself I should limit myself to 1 bottle a week just so that I can afford to go to Scotland next year. Because if I keep buying like I buy now, I'll have to dip into my retirement savings in order to go to Scotland, which won't be that bad a thing because, you know, what if I die before I retire? At least I can enjoy it while I'm still here. So, you know, what is the thing? Live for today because tomorrow may never come. Something like that. Bourbon Journey says, I'm kind of bourbon grounded by the wife. Yeah, well, you know, I used to be in a common law relationship, and my ex common law spouse went her separate way, and I went my separate way. That was just 3 years ago, and she took exception to some of my habits. One of them was whiskey, and a couple other things, but that's neither here nor there, and that's out of the scope of this particular live stream. But I remember she was trying to guilt me when I bought a bottle of whiskey, you know, but it was, I'd say we were even, you know, because she'd get frilly, fancy, pointless things that I didn't understand, and she kept changing furniture and trading furniture. Why don't you just get a piece of furniture that works and use it? But no, she had to keep trading furniture and buying furniture and selling furniture. And yeah, I didn't get it. But, you know, people don't get what other people are doing. So I sort of understand where you're coming from, Scott. I know what you're talking about. And Welsh Toro says to Santa Cruz, nice to see you. Sneerson saying, I imagine if every whiskey came in a box or can, that space would be full. Yeah, and then some. It sure would. It sure would. That space would be very full. Yeah. And Santa Cruzan says, to Pressman, I know the feeling. And Rabbit was feeling the same about 3 months ago, sort of afraid to start again, but supplies are dwindling. Yeah. I could go for a couple of years without buying whiskey, really, but there's always something I want to try. There's always something more that I want to try. There's always another bottle. There's always, you know, 3 or 4 more bottles. There's always 10 or 15 more bottles that I want to try that I don't have and I haven't had. And it's sort of like, I don't know. It's kind of an addiction to try different things. And then once I've tried something, I can decide whether I want to get it again or not. This, as long as I can get some, I will. But for now, I've got 2 full bottles over there. I'm gonna see if I can get some more, just to keep me going, I suppose. This will be a special one to open up too. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put this one in the sequence of bottles that I have now. And it might be a while till I open it. Might be a long time till I open it. Because I don't want to count them right now. I have a lot of bottles that I got before this one. So yeah, this one's going to go into the, it's going to be covered in dust by the time I pull it out. That's going to be fun to watch. Meanwhile, I do have a couple more samples, a couple more bottles that I haven't done yet. Most of them I've done, actually, that Sneerson has sent me, although the videos have not showed up on YouTube yet. They've been uploaded and they're scheduled to come live usually on Monday morning at 6 my time. Santa Cruz and saying to Welsh must be past supper time. Yeah, slightly. And Whiskey Sneerson says to my bourbon journey, wives know best sometimes. Sometimes. That's the key. I don't mind not having a wife, really, you know. I can come and go as I please, do what I want. I'm not tied down. Pressman says, I can always find something. I tell myself I'll just look around. Trouble is, I often look around when I don't have any money in my pocket or in the bank because I have to do something like buy new glasses. I just plunked down $600 for glasses. I'll be getting them in a couple of weeks, maybe. And so when you plunk down money like that, and then $200 for a driver's physical so that I can keep my professional driver's license, and just a number of things, this last month has been expensive, but that's not the point. Let's see. And Raymaster says to Pressman, I know the feeling, just came back from Isla, and all I can think about is buying new whiskey. Rabbit in Red says, Foodquig, how many unopened bottles do you have? Do you really want to know? Holy shit, I can estimate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 4. Between 80 and 100. And that's about how many I have open. Yeah. Approximately. Oh, there's Ben Lego. Nice to see you, Ben. Thanks for joining us. Quig is ready for camp. Yes. Well, not quite. I need to put a few more almost empty bottles in there. But a lot of the other bottles are almost full. So maybe I should drink a little bit before I go camping. Keyboard batteries low. Ooh, how low are they? Keyboard low battery, 17%. I can go for another week. Okay, where did my chat go? And pop out chat. Where are you guys? I lost my chat. There you are. Okay. Okay. Ready for camp. I'm a little behind on the comments like I often am. We've gone almost an hour. Shit, that goes fast. Would have been here earlier, but have been without power due to storms. Oh, well, I'm glad that they were able to restore your power. That's a good thing. Welsh Toro says, wife is my drinking conscience. I'd like to have a wife that would be a drinking buddy. That would be cool. Oh, man, I wish somebody would send me a bottle of Danfield's. Wow, I didn't even wish it. It just happened. Once again, thank you, Sneerson. Ebb and flow. Sometimes you find a lot of great whiskeys when shopping. Other times, nothing worth buying, depending where you go, Santa Cruz. Like I said, around here, we've got so many stores, and one store will have something that no other store will have. And then another store will have something that no other store will have. It's kind of frustrating because I would like to, like I said, go to one place where I can get everything and just get what I want. But then, of course, I'd be overwhelmed and I'd probably overspend. This way, as it is right now, I limit myself to 1 or 2 whiskey retailers a week. So if they have a bottle or two here and a bottle or two there, I can buy those bottles, but I'm not tempted to go somewhere else and buy more because it's so easy to break the bank, especially at the prices they charge around here. Yeah. And Raymaster is not a big fan of the Busch. Well, it's a starter whiskey. The Black Bush is a starter whiskey. It's like something that you'll have to wet your whistle to just maybe tune your palate to start. That's what I use it for. It's not something that I would keep drinking. I'll have a dram, and then I'll move on to something else. Quite a nice crate, Quig. Yeah, thanks, Santa Cruzan. It's I assemble one every year from bottles that are getting low to take camping. And Rabbit in Red says to Ben Lego, we should, but sadly I can't tonight. Oh, wanted to do another live show. Oh, okay, no. You can't. I can't either. I'm not gonna stay on that long. Here I am talking after an hour, and that hour went by like nothing. And Raymaster says to Hemphill, oh really? I really enjoy Mortlach. Where did you buy it, if I may ask? Oh, did I miss something? Here we are. Okay. Just bought a GNM Mortlach 19 aged in first fill sherry, but very dark color and no E150. Good. Yeah. Mortlach 19, nice. I've got the 15. I haven't opened that yet. Pressman says to Welsh Toro, everybody I know hides bottles. Welsh Toro says to Ben Lego, hi Ben. That is quite a nice crate. Thanks, Santa. Yeah, it's like every year I put one together. We should, but sadly I can't. Okay, great. Really enjoy Mortlach. Wow. Maybe Quig will invite me on. I don't think so. I'm not going to go on very long tonight or this afternoon. I've got other things that I need to do. Bourbon Journey says, can't wait to participate in the 12 Hours of Boom with Scotch Test Dummies. You know, I would too, but I'm going to miss it because I'll be off the grid camping. I'm going to be out of town. I'm going to be on the beach. And I booked my camping site before I found out when the dummies were going to do this. So maybe I'll catch up a month later and watch all of the segments that they did. Last year was epic. Yeah, I caught most of it. And I caught more of it towards the end. And Hemphill saying to Raymaster, Binny's in Chicago. Their private label. That's where he got the 19-year-old Gordon and MacPhail Mortlach. Okay, now I understand. Anybody's think Michter's 10-year bourbon is worth 100 US? No, Pressman, I don't think Michter's 10-year bourbon is worth 110 US. It's not worth 140 Canadian either. There's a funny thing about Michter's. It's like it's been put through a flavor filter. Just my own personal take on it. It's missing something. Michter's is, well, it's like a Japanese whiskey. You know, it's like engineered to taste just so, rather than having any wild flavors coming out of it. If that makes any sense. I mean, I've had one or two Michter's products. I've had their rye, and I've had their 10-year-old, and I tried it once, and it's not something that I would go back to. In fact, I'd go to this before Michter's any day. But that's just me. Bourbon Journey saying to Pressman, yes, buy it. Okay, see, we have a difference of opinion there already. I've tried it once and I say, well, no. Santa Cruzan just thinks so, but that's just my opinion. Yeah, you know, everybody's got one, and they're not always going to be the same. You can't drink furniture. No, you can't. That's why, you know, I didn't understand a lot of things about my ex. 100 at H. Hemphill. What do you mean by that, Rabbit? I guess I'll figure it out. Thanks at my bourbon journey in Santa Cruzan, says Pressman. Okay. And Whiskey Sneerson says true. Yeah, you can't drink furniture. Pressman spotted one in a glass case. Okay, would that be 19-year-old Mortlach, or was that the other thing that we were just talking about? What were we talking about? Michters. Yeah. Okay. Santa Cruzan says to buy it. Okay. Welsh Toro says to Food Quick, very fortunate to have a partner that knows where I'm at. She doesn't nag me because she appreciates it's pointless. That's the kind of partner I'd be looking for too. Why do you think I'm single? Welsh, you're definitely a lucky man, says Santa Cruzan, and I concur. Slancheva. Sneerson says, me too, Welsh. Wife drinks the whiskey with me, so there's that. And Welsh Toro says at Santa Cruzan, I'm eating my supper, Spanish time, of course, eating right now at 12:35. Okay, so I'm about 9 minutes behind you. It's 4:44 here. Oh, you're in Spain. Cool. Or are you? Raymaster says, aren't you afraid that your open bottles will go bad? Or are you treating them with argon gas or a vacuum pump? No, nothing so fancy, Raymaster. Nothing so fancy. I find that very often when I open a bottle, I don't like it. And it needs 2 or 3 months to open up and oxidize a little bit and become better. And I find that typically bottles get better for about a year after they've been opened for the first time. And I don't usually have any bottles lying around open for more than a year. So if I'll open a bottle today, 3rd of June, by the 3rd of June next year, it'll be empty. It'll be gone. And I think it takes more than a year to really mess up a bottle, unless it's like I had the experience one time. I had a Bowmore 10, or was it 12? Anyway, it was a Bowmore. And that Bowmore lost its peat over an 8-month period, and it got less and less tasty as it went along till it was flat. And that was about 8 months in. But I don't usually have that experience. Usually my whiskey gets better after the bottle's been open. And, a lot of them reach their sweet spot after 9 months, 10 months. I remember once I had a bottle of Ezra Brooks. It was the Ezra B bottle with the fancy, gaudy blue and gold ribbons and stuff on it. And I bought that one stateside. And, every time I poured a dram for almost a year, for about a year, every time I poured a dram, it was not so much to my liking. After having it on my bar for a year, I finally poured the last dram, the last little bit. And I nosed it. And I'm going, wow, that's a satisfying experience. And I nosed it again. And I'm going, wait a minute, this is not the whiskey I remember. And then when I took a pull, it was every bit as delightful as this Elijah Craig 12, and that's saying a lot. That was fantastic. So no, I don't have a problem with things going bad for the most part. If anything, things improve up to about 9 or 10 months, depending on the whiskey, of course. Every whiskey is different, but most of them do not go bad within a year. So I make sure that within a year, I've finished it. And that's one of the reasons why I have this camping box, because a lot of the whiskeys that are in that camping box have been open for almost a year. And this way, I'll finish them up before they go flat. Okay. Okay, and Rabbit in Red is saying, is this a solo camping trip or are you going with people? So far, it's solo. I just want to get away. I've had other people with me on camping trips before, and sometimes it's been great, sometimes it's been not so great. Other times it's been fantastic. But the best ones are the ones where I go alone. And that's what I'm going to do this time. I've asked people to join me, but nobody's really taken me up on it. And that's fine. If I'm off the grid and away from people and traffic lights and pavement and bullshit for a whole week, that is the cat's ass. I'll be camping on the beach and I'll be sipping gin and tonics all day and whiskey at night. And, I'll do some reading and I'll do some relaxing and, campfires and stuff and what have you. Pressman says 7:35 for me, just about supper time. Cool. Connor Strang is here. Missed most of the stream. What is a Danfields? Danfields is this whiskey that was just sent to me by Whiskey Sneerson in Saskatoon. And there's even a little tag on it here. It's made by the distillery in Lethbridge, Alberta, that makes they make Black Velvet, they make a Golden Wedding, they make a couple other things. I can't remember off the top of my head what they are because I haven't necessarily had them before, but Danfields is like, Black Velvet, which is just a cheap bottom shelf whiskey that's aged maybe 4 or 5 years, but this is a 10-year-old version of it. So it's been in the oak a lot longer. And I had a sample sent to me by Sneerson, and I did a review, or I did a video about it, and I was blown away. I was impressed by this, Canadian whiskey, 10 years old. A lot better than once upon a time I had a favorite, which was the Wiser's 10-year-old Deluxe, and this blows it away. Wiser's doesn't put a 10-year-old age statement on their Deluxe anymore, by the way. Let's see. H. Hemphill's wife goes along with me on distillery tours and blending classes. I'm lucky. Yes, you are blessed. And Connor, it's new to me, says Santa Cruzan. And what is he talking about? Where's Connor? I think I've lost the train, but anyway, it's okay. Ben Lego is asking if Eric Waite is going live tonight. Well, Ben, I suspect that Eric Waite is busy studying his tail off because he's got his big exam coming up for his sommelier something or other to get his certification for whatever he's going for. I don't really know how these things work, but he's studying so that he can pass his test and that he'll get that accreditation that he's looking for. And then he will go to Scotland he'll visit Scotland, which is something I want to do next year. And so I don't really think that Eric Waite is going to be available for a while to go live. He said that he was busy. I think I saw him commenting on the Scotch Death Dummies show earlier. Okay. Another lucky man, yeah. And Welsh Toro thinks that he is to Ben Lego in Santa Cruz and says that he did this morning. But will he do Whiskey Church? Oh, well, maybe. I don't know. Okay, I'm not an authority of everything that Eric Waite does. So okay. Where are we? Okay. Okay. I lost my position there as a second. Okay, here we are. Santa Cruz is saying, is the Danfield Scotch or bourbon? Neither nor. This is Canadian whiskey from Alberta. It is not a Scotch. It is not a bourbon. It's a different experience altogether. And, you know, if you're not Canadian, maybe you wouldn't appreciate it, I suppose. It's an acquired taste, just like Scotch is, and just like bourbon is. Okay. Maybe Ben wouldn't doubt it. Okay. Ben says, hey to Connor. And Whiskey Sneerson saying, Santa Cruz, it is Canadian. Yes. Hello, Ben Lego. Hey, at Whiskey Sneerson, says Ben Lego. Thanks, Sneerson, says Santa Cruz. And what was the mystery bottle unboxed? Once again, Danfield's 10-year-old. That's the one. Okay. And Rabbit in Red says, I have the Michter's American whiskey, which is pretty good. I'm indifferent to their bourbon, though. Ah, there you go. Yeah. What I've tasted from Michter's, like I said, is kind of lacking for the price. $110, no. $50 maybe, but it's still missing a little something. Higher ABV would definitely help, usually. Santa Cruzan says, Welsh, very true. Okay. Welsh agrees with me about Michter's. Okay, good. And Santa Cruzan says, Welsh, very true. Quig explained it perfectly. It is missing something. Yes, it is missing something. It's not worth the money. I can get this for half the price and it tastes better. I don't know what it's like in Japanese, you know, Japanese, it goes so far out of its way to not offend anyone that it doesn't excite anyone. I'm generalizing, of course. ABV. Rabbit in Red says to me, the 100 emoji means nailed it, or total agreement, or you're keep things 100%. Oh, that's like saying I concur. Okay, good. Pressman says higher ABV would definitely help. Yeah. Okay. And Rabbit in Red says, I've never had the Michter's 10-year, but the 110 strikes me as steep. Yep. Rabbit, glad you explained it. Now I know. Thanks. Yeah, okay. Now I know too. Thanks again, Rabbit. Pressman says, love the Michter's barrel proof rye for $80. Barrel proof. Ah, see, that's what it's missing, the ABV. I haven't tried that, so I don't know. Santa Cruzan says it's good. Welsh Toro says, I don't gas and nothing stays open for that long. There you go. Yeah, I'd like to try the Michter's 10-year sometime, says Rabbit. And Welsh Toro says, the Pressman, good drink, but too expensive. There you go. Santa Cruz and Pressman, so hard to find that barrel-proof mixers. I haven't even looked. I probably wouldn't find it anyway. And Rabbit notices peated scotches can lose some of their punch a few months after opening. Some of them, yeah, but it depends. Some don't. I guess maybe because the Bowmore was so weak in the peat department that it disappeared quickly. Okay. Isla can lose something if it's left too long. Yeah, but most of them are fine. Connor says, just opened a whiskey today that I know will need time to open up, as it was a bit reserved just after opening. Okay. What was that one, Connor? A lot of toasted barrel mixtures, but didn't crack it yet, says Pressman. Rabbit says, agreed at Welsh Toro. I usually gas them once I notice it happening. My Corey Vrecken lost some punch after only 2 months. Really? When I had a bottle of Corey Vrecken, it didn't stay around longer than 2 months. It was gone. It was so good. And Welsh is asking, what's that whiskey? There we go. I'm waiting for the live stream where Quig's packaging wall falls down. People have said that many times. I need to tend to dinner, gents. See you in a while. Okay, Santa Cruz. See you in a while, maybe, if I'm still on. Ben Lego should go with him and do a camp setup. Wells Toro said Springbank 21, 2018. Connor says to Wells Toro. Okay. I would not last very long, though. Wells Toro says to Connor, never had that. Tell me what you think. Going for supper yourself, says Pressman. We still got 15 people watching. Good. Raymaster says, need to sleep now. Good night, all, and thanks for the stream, Quig. You're welcome, Raymaster7482. Was good to have you with us. Do a live in your cab? Huh. There is a problem with that, Ben. I don't always have Wi-Fi, and usually when I'm on Wi-Fi in my cab, I'm watching videos. And I wouldn't have enough time to do a live in my cab because I'd probably get a call before I started reading comments. H. Hemphill's saying later all, gotta go now while it's still light. And thank you for joining us. And Richie Z says, hi, Food Quig, or is it Richie Z, depending on what country you're in. Hi, Richie. Connor says to Welsh Toro, had last year's in a bar and really liked it. This one is a bit reserved. Once it's opened up, I'll bring you some. Okay, so we're talking about Springbank 21. Okay. Pressman says, take it easy, Quig. Take it easy, Pressman. Oh, I got nothing left here. I'm going to have to pour me another dram. Eric is doing a stream in about 10 minutes. Welsh Toro thinks. And that would be like right now. Oh, shit. Okay. Whiskey Sneerson says hi to Richie. He said he was doing church live. Okay. Hi, Quig, just turned in, said Mark Padley. I might be cutting it now just because Eric is live. Eric is live, says Ben Lego. In honor of STDs and no nonsense with stream today, drinking a Douglas Lang 18-year-old Freud. Only Freud with the mintiness I've ever had. My favorite Lafroig so far. I have a Douglas Lang 8-year-old Lafroig. I might open that next. Is that the cards? I have the bottle, but not opened it yet. Welsh Toro, not the cards, but a sister cask. Same age and same ABV, I think. Real good. Eric Wade is live. Okay, Eric singing live now. Okay, so we're going to move over to Eric's it's been great having you with us. Thank you all for joining me. And it's been terrific. I'm going to pour another dram and join Eric. And I hope to see you all over there. I can't even toast you because this thing's empty. Okay, later, guys.